Hello everybody. Good evening. Still getting myself set up here. Boys just got into bed. Well, they're almost in bed. So I'm just getting ready and we'll wait for some folks to join on. Hey Michelle. Today is one of those days where I don't know what shifted in the air or the leaves or the pollen or the whatever it is, but it's one of those days. Sometimes you feel like you want to claw your face off, right? It's my first wanting to claw my face off day of the year. So sometimes we're very grateful for Young Living around that time of the year. That's all I can say. Hello, Miss Leanne. Hey, Jonna. Jonna, your bracelets are going out tomorrow. They've been done. We just have to get to the post office. Hey, Pam. Hey, Deborah. Welcome. So as you guys are coming on, I would love to have you, hey, Randy, I would love to have you share with me in the comments when you think about your own health and your own body. Yeah, right? That would be kind of nasty. Sit here, do a Facebook Live and claw my face off, right, Leanne? Not the most pleasant. I want you guys to think about for a second when it comes to your body and your personal health, not anybody else, just you. What is the system of the body that you feel would make the biggest difference for you this fall and winter if you could promote, maintain, or support that body system? Okay, so I look golden. Probably because I'm in my office and there literally there's no lighting in here. So think about, for me guys, like what system of the body are you looking to support for your own self? Is that your digestive system? Is that your muscular and skeletal system? Respiratory, we already got to vote for respiratory. It might be your immune system. It might be your endocrine system. What else have we got? Your lymphatic system. It could be your even your systems of detoxification. So think about and post. I want everybody to post in the comment, what system of the body do you want to promote, maintain, or support during fall and winter? And we do have some fun. I have a giveaway that I'm sending out tomorrow, and it's all going to be based on comments. If you're on this and you never make a comment, you won't be eligible for the giveaway. So we've got endocrine, we've got immune support. Deborah picked 2, immune and muscular skeletal. Okay, digestive, endocrine, digestive. Awesome. Endocrine. Cool. And for those of you who are new, you don't know what endocrine is just your hormone system. Okay, so anything having to do with the hormones. We also have, I always forget how to pronounce this, integumentary. Anyway, integumentary, however it's pronounced, is like your skin, your hair, and your nails. So that's a whole nother fun system of the body that I can't pronounce, but you could just maybe write down, skin, hair, or nails. Okay, we have some muscular, we have some immune, lots of immune systems. Yes, right now, today I'm working on my respiratory system. We're supporting my respiratory system. Chelsea says digestive. Hello, Andrea. Miss Mama to be. Immune, digestive, respiratory, digestive, immune. Okay, great, awesome. What I would like to encourage you to do is now think about, we're going to get a lot of people on before I start going through the protocol, so we're going to just see which parts of this protocol to really, really focus on. Okay, endocrine, awesome. Hormone. I want you to also think about somebody in your life. Those of you who've already talked about the system of the body that you want to support, I want you to think about somebody in your life that you care about, that you feel like they have a system of the body that would be really helpful if they could support, promote, or maintain it. So think about somebody else in your life, and if you want to put down who they are, like maybe it's your neighbor, maybe it's your dad, it's your spouse. Thank you, Lauren. Integumentary, is that it? Those big words get me. I want you to put down who that person is and put down what system of the body would most be helpful for them to support over the next 6 months or so, right? So those of you who are just joining, we're talking about promoting and supporting and maintaining systems of the body. immune system, digestive system, the endocrine or hormone system, integumentary system, which is skin and hair and nails, muscular, skeletal system, digestive, lymphatic system, immune system. So we're looking at digestive, okay, for your other half, mom and nephew immune system. Yes, we can try to support your whole school's immune system, Colleen. Wouldn't that be so cool? Your dad's digestion, husband's digestive and immune, your client's skin, immune system. Yes, yes. And as I'm reading these comments that are coming in, you guys can see all these different, we all are looking to support different parts of the body, right? And the wonderful thing is that when we're talking about how to talk about oils and Young Living in a compliant way, if we always stick with PMS, we can't go wrong, right? So we got immune systems, musculoskeletal. Okay, what PMS, what the heck does that mean? If you talk about promoting, maintaining, or supporting, right? Promoting for P, maintaining for M, supporting for S. Promoting, maintaining, supporting your body, promoting, maintaining, supporting a body part, promoting, maintaining, supporting a healthy body system, you will be compliant, because it's really hard to talk about promoting, maintaining, and supporting something in a non-compliant way. So that's just kind of a fun little tip for you guys as you're sharing. If you keep PMS in mind, you'll always be able to talk openly about Young Living. Okay, so your kid's immune, husband, endocrine, managing his stress, integumentary system, immune. Okay, this is so cool, because you guys see what's happening is that we didn't just get a whole host of immune system. We didn't get a whole host of respiratory system. We didn't get a whole bunch of answers that were all the same. They were all very different. And that's what I love about what we're going to talk about tonight, because we're going to find something to support every single one of you and all those lovely people that you are thinking about and caring about with what we're going to do tonight. So we have a good group of folks on, and I want to be conscious of time, so we're going to get started and jump in. And thank you guys for the thumbs up and the hearts. I appreciate that. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Christy Collins, and I am your Diamond Leader from Essentially Powerful. And why I wanted to do this class. I wanted to do this class via Facebook Live because there's so many of you guys that keep saying, I want to get to a class, but I don't have anybody who lives near me. Or I wish that the person who introduced me to Young Living did classes, but they don't. And I hear about all these classes and I never get to attend them, and I'm feeling left out. So this is for all of you. And this is for you moms and dads and people who are working hard and you're tired and you would love to attend a class, but being able to attend from your home is just really, really comfortable. For me, as an introvert, this is good. This is nice and easy. Hey, Tina. So I wanted to do this class specifically because this time of the year is when things can start to go south for people, right? For our respiratory systems, our immune systems, our digestive systems definitely take a hit as we get into the holiday season and all the stuff that we put in our bodies then. So what I would prefer to do is to talk about this kit, this protocol, this topic now versus in a preventative way, talking about promoting, maintaining, supporting ourselves in a healthy way versus doing this class in January when everyone's sick and everyone's not feeling well. And then we have to pull everyone kind of back up. Let's just start now in October and get ourselves super healthy before we get into the wintertime so that we're feeling great. Okay, we're all about prevention and wellness, and that's what we really like to talk about. You got it, Pam. Promote, maintain, support. PMS. So we did this class. Well, we did quite a large class last October in the Boston area where we talked about a bunch of advanced immune system topics. And one of the things that we did was we went through this Golden Touch Kit. And what I realized was that there were a lot of people out there that had no idea what the Golden Touch Kit was. And if you actually go, let's see, just for fun, I went to the catalog and I went to the Young Living website just to see what it says about the Golden Touch Kit. Because I thought, how come nobody knows about this? Why aren't people using this? And then I read the very, very vague and not very helpful description that's in the product catalog and on the website about this kit. Now, I'm not knocking Young Living. They can't say in written word what this kit does. And so that's why we're having this class. But I understand why many of you probably don't know. How many of you, give me a thumbs up or a heart or something if you had no idea what the Golden Touch kit was before tonight? Or if you had, maybe you'd heard of it, but you have no idea what it is, you've never bought it, you've never used it before. How many of you guys have never heard of this kit before I put up that post yesterday? Okay, yeah, so a lot of you guys. Yeah, so this is what the product catalog says. It says the Golden Touch 1. I don't think there's been a Golden Touch 2. But anyway, Golden Touch 1 contains 7 essential oil blends that help support the body's natural energetic flow. I have no idea what that means. I just supports the body's natural energetic flow. I don't know what that means. I don't know, reading that description, what this kit is all about. So I imagine that those of you who are new to Young Living and new to oils, you would read that kit description, and if you did not know what the blends were in the kit, you would have no idea what that kit did, right? So that's why I wanted to do this class, right, Elizabeth? It's so vague. It's so vague. This kit, this is what the kit looks like, the box. It's like the dark horse of Young Living. It's like the unsung hero, the forgotten kit. It's just one of those, and I actually almost hesitate to tell people about it because oftentimes when some of the blends are out of stock, I get the kit because the kit is always, well, often in stock, okay? It's a great, great, great kit. So we want to talk about it because when we're talking about immune system and the whole body and wellness during fall and winter months, we really don't want to just look at the immune system. We want to look at every system of the body because our digestive system plays a huge role in our immune system, right? Like everything is interconnected. All of it is interconnected. So a lot of times we focus classes on let's just support the immune system. Let's just look at the oils and the supplements for that. When in reality, if we're supporting the entire body, that works so much better. Okay? So I'm going to show you what's in the kit. And if you guys have some of these blends in your house, go grab them, okay? Because that way you can go through parts of the protocol with me. Does anybody have the kit with them right now? And like you have it sitting there with you and you're going to go through it with me? If you do, let me know because that will be super, super fun. I want to show you the oils and I want to show you the order that I put them in my box so that you can go through the protocol. I have a very specific order that I go through for a couple reasons. One, because it helps me remember how to apply them, having them already in that order. And two, I put the hotter oils on last, right? So those of you who are new to oils, you might not know this, but some oils are hotter than others, meaning when you put them onto the skin topically, they can heat up your skin. They can make your skin a little hot and tingly, and sometimes that feels good to people and sometimes it doesn't. So my goal is to order these oils so that I put on the hot oils last, and that way my hands won't continue to apply them. You know, if I apply the hot oils in the beginning, then I'm going to be applying them every time I put an oil on me, and I may be putting it on a part of my body that has thin skin or sensitive skin, and that wouldn't feel as good. So this order was very intentional and specific. I have no idea if this is how Young Living envisioned it to be, because there's no directions with this kit. So this is all me just making this up, full disclosure. I realize this is probably backwards to you guys, so I'm just going to tell you the order. Okay, first oil blend is Melrose. So if you have Melrose, line it up first. Okay, I'm going to actually just line these up in front of me. The second blend is Endoflex. Okay, so Endoflex is number 2. The third blend is Raven. Okay, I can't wait for that one today. Fourth is RC. The letters RC. All right. Anybody have any of these yet? Anybody have these in your collection? If you do, type them in the comments. Fifth is Juvaflex. Sixth is Digize. Okay. And then seventh is Thieves. All right. So here is the good news. So I put them in that order. I start with, Melrose, and then I go across. And I put them back in each time, so every time they're all ready to go for the protocol. Now, the cool thing about this kit is those of you who have enrolled in the last year or so, you have 3 of these oils, right? Because you have your starter kit. So you have RC in your starter kit, you have Digize in your starter kit, and you have Thieves. So even if you don't, yep, there you go. See, Laura, you've got those. So even if you don't have all of them, you have 3. And so you can start with 3 tonight. And then what you can do is just add on the other oils that you need. You can put them in your essential rewards order, 1 or 2 at a time. This kit is actually out of stock right now, okay? And I knew that when I scheduled this class, but I have been told, don't quote me on it, but I have been told it's coming back pretty soon, like in the next week, couple days, if it's coming back when they originally predicted it. So keep a lookout for this, and I'm sure someone will post when it comes back in stock if you want to get the whole thing. It's $84.75 for all 7 oils. It's a great deal. But if you have your Essential Rewards order going out in the next day or so, and you don't want to wait for the kit to come back, just start ordering, add in 1 or 2 oils here and there into your Essential Rewards order, and within a month or 2, you'll have the whole set, okay? I am going to tell you guys, yes, I'm going to go through the whole protocol of how to use them, so you'll hear the order. So it looks like a lot of people have some of these. That's great. These are really, really great oils to have all year round, but especially right now. All right, so we're going to actually start with the protocol now. So those of you who have Melrose, go ahead and grab Melrose. And the way I do this protocol is I start from the top of my body and I go down, okay? And these oils almost, not really, but almost line up with the 7 chakras, which I think is totally cool, right? So we're going to start with Melrose. We're going to start with that kind of up like near the 6th and the 7th chakras. So Melrose, here's the way I remember about Melrose. So my kids learned this about me the other day. They were trying to teach me all the hockey players and all the hockey players' jersey numbers, and I couldn't remember them for the life of me. And then I said, guys, hold on. I need to do this old trick that I used to do in school when I would memorize stuff for tests. And I do this crazy word association to remember things. And they were cracking up at the way I was remembering these hockey players' numbers. Anyway, so I was just going through, and sometimes when I learn different oils and I can't for the life of me remember what they're for, I have to sometimes think up silly word associations. I don't know if anybody else does this. You guys who've been to my beauty schools know what I'm talking about, right? Cows eat tiny men. Inside beauty school joke. Anyway, so here is my little tip for remembering Melrose, okay? Who watched Melrose Place when you were growing up? Anybody watch Melrose Place? My grandma and I used to watch it every week together. When I went to college, she used to send me VHS tapes with Melrose Place on there, right? And on the side of the tape, the label, she would write sleaze on the outside of the label, right? So anyway, Melrose Place. If you watched Melrose Place, you remember, I think I remember. Anyway, people spent a lot of time showing a lot of skin on Melrose Place, right? There was a lot of exposed skin. There were short skirts. They lived by a pool, right? They had a pool in the compound, so there's a lot of skin. So Melrose, I think of as skin. I think Melrose Place, they showed a lot of skin. Melrose for the skin, right? Yes, Tina, 90210. It was like this power duo of TV shows. Okay. All right, so think of skin, all right? So that's one way to use it. But for the purpose of this protocol, what we're going to do first, before we go to our skin, you do not live on Melrose Terrace, Donna. Are you serious? Oh my gosh, that's really, really funny if you do. All right, I'm getting distracted. All right, I'm going to keep focused. All right, so Melrose, this is a great oil. What you're all going to do with me, those of you who have it now, just put a drop on your fingertips, okay? Just 1 drop. And then you're going to apply it around the outside of your ears, okay? So you're going to apply it around. You do live in Melrose, Elizabeth Blumen. I do know that. That's all right. So around the outside of the ear, we never put oils into the inside of the ear. but we can rub them around the outside. Now, when would you want to do this? Well, my husband came back from a trip and his ears were plugged from the plane. They hadn't stabilized yet. You know, that's like a totally normal thing that happens on a plane ride. You get off, your ears haven't, the pressure hasn't, it hasn't stabilized yet. And so you can rub Melrose around the outside of your ear to help with that. Now, say you have a child. Say your child needs some love for his ears. Yeah, maybe they go swimming in a lake. Maybe it's just wintertime, and sometimes in the wintertime it's very normal for kids to, you might just see your child pulling on their ear, tugging on their ear. It's like, oh, I wonder what's going on. And then, you decide that ear needs a little bit of love. So you take your Melrose and you rub it around the outside of their ear. Okay? So that's a great way to start the Golden Touch Kit protocol. Great for the ears. Now maybe you're sending your child to school and you realize, wow, their scalp could use some love before they go to school, right? That might be really helpful for their scalp. Like a preschool hairspray kind of a thing. Or maybe they get home from school and you say, might be a good idea to give them a little scalp love, right? So you can take your Melrose and put it in a glass spray bottle like this with, maybe, 15 drops of Melrose, 20 drops with some water. Shake it up, and then you can spritz your child's scalp with it, okay? But let's say you really, your scalp is fine, doesn't need any love. Your ears are fine, they don't need any love. So maybe what you want to do is take the Melrose and find a spot on your body that you notice is kind of starting to look winterized, right? We're talking about the skin part now. Remember Melrose Place? They show a lot of skin. This is what Melrose can be really great for, right? So we talked about ears, we talked about scalp, but it's mainly for skin. So you find a spot that's, already starting to look a little dry. You just can tell, oh shoot, that part is starting to look like winter. And you can take a drop of Melrose and rub it wherever you need to on your skin to support your skin. All right? You can rub this on your child's skin. This is something that does not necessarily need to be diluted. There's a lot of tea tree in this. I will often just put this straight on, even on my boys. But of course, if your kids or you have sensitive skin and want to dilute it, you can, but it goes right on. It's really, really gentle. In the wintertime, you may not notice the need for this one as much, but I guarantee you by the time November, December rolls around, and certainly by January, you're going to find some winterized spots on your body that are going to need some of this love, okay? You can also just use it to tap on any parts that need attention on your face. Anything that just pops up that you don't want popping up, you could put a little bit of Melrose on, okay? Yeah, Stephanie, you could add it to massage lotion. Yeah, for sure. So Melrose, start at the top of the body. Scalp, around the ears. Some people will even, if the ears need some support, they will even put a small cotton ball. Just gently place it inside here in the ear with a few drops of Melrose on it. Again, we're not putting the oil in the ear. You can just put the cotton ball here with the Melrose on it. Jeanette, I use it undiluted. The bottle says to dilute, so of course you always with dilution have to listen to your body and your own skin, and you have to, see what works for you. We often use it undiluted in our house, but I would start, as always, with it diluted, okay? So that is Melrose. Now, a super fun thing to do if you want to is if you have to use it around your ears, you could use an affirmation like I hear clearly. I hear everything good in the world. You could kind of put some intentionality in there if you want with it as well. So that's Melrose. Any questions about Melrose before we move on to Endoflex? Melrose is kind of one of those blends that you don't really think about until you need it. But when your ears or your skin or your scalp need it, it's very good to have it on hand. It's just a good one to have around the house, because you always hope you're never going to need it, and you always think you're never going to need it, and then inevitably you will need it. And so It's just good to have. Kate, yeah, you can diffuse Melrose. I'm looking at what else is in it. All the kits always have the ingredients of the blends on the back. Okay, so it has sorry, that's RC. Hold on, where's Melrose? Melrose has rosemary, has tea tree, niaouli, which is what I've heard is a different form of tea tree, and clove in it. So the clove is probably why they have dilution on here and why you'll probably want to dilute it the first few times that you use it. So very, very simple. It's a lovely smell. It would be great to diffuse and clear the air. I think it to me it almost has like a purification type of quality to it. Okay, so let's move on to Endoflex. So we've done our ears, our scalp, we've touched any winterized parts of our body that need support. Now we're going to move on to Endoflex. Endoflex, I think of, I like to apply it kind of near the 5th chakra. Okay, so I like to put it right over my thyroid, but there's a couple other places you can put it. This one smells amazing. This was when my son was 5, this was his favorite oil blend, the favorite smell. And you'll laugh when I tell you what it's for. It actually supports the whole endocrine system, okay? Especially for women. Now, here's the thing. A lot of times conventional medicine compartmentalizes the endocrine system, right? They'll tell you, oh, you have a problem with your thyroid, or oh, your adrenals are a little fatigued, or your pituitary is not working very well, or oh, this or that. And they compartmentalize everything. And the reality of the fact is, your hormone system is like an orchestra. It's made up of lots of different instruments, but they all play together and they all have to play together. They can't be broken apart because it will not sound the same. So a lot of times whenever someone says to me, I'm looking to support my hormones, I'm looking to maintain a healthy endocrine system, I'm looking to promote healthy thyroid, healthy adrenals, healthy pituitary gland, healthy ovaries, any of that, I will often say, well, Endoflex would be a great thing to kind of look at and start with, because this blend has oils in it that support, hold on, had to write it down, metabolism, your estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone balance, your liver, your pancreas, your adrenals. It supports basically the entire endocrine system. So instead of you using 5 or 6 different oils for all those different parts of your hormones, why not just use one blend that kind of will send everything out, do what it needs to do within the orchestra? That's why I love this. And it smells amazing. I think I love the spearmint in it. I think that's what I'm smelling it. So what I do is I take a drop of Endoflex and I will put it right over my thyroid area. Also, because Endoflex, I read somewhere, is known to help release anger in the throat area and the female reproductive organs. So a lot of times we women do not speak our truth. We don't speak our full passionate truth. We hold back, we diminish ourselves, we diminish our words and our passion. And so why not put this blend right over the 5th chakra, kind of this whole place where all the speaking starts, right? So you could take it and you could apply it. Colleen, if you're looking for adrenals, you could take it and put a drop and rub it on your adrenals, on your lower back there where your adrenals are. You could rub it over your uterus and your ovary points. You could rub it over your pituitary. You can kind of put this wherever you want. In fact, if you have Endoflex Vitality, you could put a few drops in a capsule or a few drops in a teaspoon or so of honey, and you could ingest it. And the Endoflex will really help with stamina and energy as well. Now, the funny thing about Vitality, right, you might say, well, gosh, do I need to get Endoflex Vitality now? Here's the thing, guys. For those of you who don't know this funny thing yet, 2 bottles of lavender, right? One is lavender Vitality. That's what the label says. And one is lavender, regular old lavender. If you look at the regular lavender, it's going to say for topical and aromatic use, meaning you can put it topically on your body and you can smell it. The Vitality is going to say that you can take it internally as a supplement. These are the same exact lavender oils. The lavender here is the same as the lavender in here. Well, They may have come from different plants and different harvests, but it's the same oil. This is not different than this. The only thing that's different is that Vitality has a different label on it because we cannot say that one lavender oil can be used internally, topically, and aromatically. So Young Living had to just create a different bottle with a different SKU number and a different label on it, but it's the same exact oil. So you can interpret that how you will when I say that this Endoflex in the Golden Touch Kit is for topical and aromatic use. But if you have Endoflex Vitality, you can put it in some honey or in a capsule and take it internally as well. So, right, that's really fun. So do we have some questions about, does it help with hormones adjusting after pregnancy? I don't know the answer to that specifically, but I do know that it supports all of the whole hormonal system. So I would guess that it would be a very helpful one to be taking after pregnancy. You'll have to try it and let us know. Let us know what you think. It's so good. It just smells amazing. It smells amazing. It's like one of my favorites. I love to put this on at night before bed, is when I put it on my thyroid, because then I smell it all night. It's just, sorry, I just love smelling it. Okay, all right. So we had our Melrose, which we put around our ears, our scalp, our skin. We have Endoflex, which we put anywhere, any part of our hormone system that we need. Thyroid, adrenals, uterus, ovaries, pituitary gland. I would definitely use it in conjunction with Progessence Plus. Those are the two ones that I use every single day for hormones. And in fact, who asked about the pregnancy, Jennifer, you may want to look at Progessence Plus too, because oftentimes after pregnancy, a lot of the stuff that goes on in our bodies is because our progesterone levels plummet. So Progessence Plus has been really, really helpful for moms in the postpartum period. If the thyroid has been removed, would you still apply to the fifth chakra areas? Absolutely. Absolutely. You still have, to me, there's still the energy there of your thyroid. There is still that chakra too, that energy center of voice and speaking and communication and truth. So, there is no right or wrong. I'm giving you guys a protocol that I've made up because I know that it's helpful to have things to follow, but you could put a drop there and then put it somewhere else too. You could just smell it. These oils are so smart, and the plant intelligence kind of knows what to do. So don't get too caught up with the details of it, and experiment with your body and see. You got a new Aria. That's awesome. Yes, you could put it in there. It smells really great. It smells so good. It's one of my favorite smells. Endoflex restarted your cycle after it was missing 6 months. That's wonderful, Barbara. Where did you apply the Endoflex? Where did you apply that, and how long did you apply it for before you saw your cycle come back? So I'm going to move on while we're waiting for Barbara to type in there. I want to move on to the third blend, which is Raven. Now, Raven is one, I can't figure out a good, so my little memory with Endoflex is endo is endocrine. So I think of Endoflex as flexing or supporting my endocrine system. All right. I can't think of a word association for Raven. The only thing that pops into my head actually when I was thinking about it earlier this week is that I just pictured this raven flying after me and pecking at my back. So it's like a morbid thought, but if you're new, maybe that will help you think of a bird pecking on your back. Okay, what is Raven for? Raven is kind of a partner with RC. So Raven is really going to be awesome for your respiratory system. Hold on, just checking in with what Barbara said. Over your liver, on adrenals, and inner ankles, 2 months of use. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So, hormones take a while to readjust and balance, so it's not like applying an oil for a day is going to make you see amazing differences in your hormones, but it takes time. Whatever we have going on with our hormones, if we're out of balance, it probably took months or years to get there. So, we have to have some patience. I like that, Elizabeth. Raven is a bird, flies on the wind blows. When the wind blows, our respiratory system needs support. That could work too. All right, so what I'm going to do tonight with Raven is I'm going to put it on my upper back. You could put it on your chest too. In fact, I may put it on my upper back and my chest because I love how it smells. And what I love in this one is I love the wintergreen in this. It's so good. So this is one of my favorite ones to smell. And then after you rub it in your chest, you can make a tent with your hands, cup your fingers very tightly over your nose, and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. It'll make like a little mini steam tent for yourself. Okay, this is so great. The reason I put Raven third is because in the box there is a little slot for the oils that have this cap on it. So I was thinking to myself, well, Raven could go third or it could go fourth. It could go interchangeably with RC. And then I saw the spot in the box that's a little taller for the childproof cap, and I thought, perfect! Raven's gonna go third. So you see my very scientific way of deciding the order of these. But again, you notice we're going down the body. We started with Melrose at the top, we went to Endoflex here, now we're moving down to the chest and the back. This is our fourth chakra, right? This is kind of the area of love, our affinity for ourselves, our affinity for other people. Raven and RC you can use interchangeably, okay? RC, I like to think of as stands for respiratory care, all right? And RC, I'm going to put on my chest today. Because of all the changes outside with all the leaves and the trees and all that stuff, this is a great time of year to start using RC. RC is one of those blends that I was told when I first started. I was kind of asking around like a lot of you guys do, like, what should I get next? What should I get? And somebody said, oh, I like Respiratory Comfort too. I like that. I like that one a lot. Pam told me you should get RC, and I said, you know, we never have any respiratory stuff in our house. Like, I don't think I would need that. That doesn't, you know, that's not our thing. Like, we just don't get that. And she said, Christy, just trust me. You know, get RC, have it in your house, and at some point you're going to need it, and you're really going to appreciate having it in your house. And, of course, I can't share the story with you of what happened, but at one point we really needed to breathe very well in our house. We needed to maintain healthy breathing, and it was kind of an urgent need to support our healthy breathing, and RC came in handy. We put a few drops in the shower, ran the shower, closed the bathroom door, and sat in there with our son for a little while, and like 30 seconds, RC was our best friend. This blend sat on my shelf for the first probably 2 or 3 years without being used, and I thought to myself, why do I have this? And then Pam was right. When I needed it, I needed it. I could not have overnighted it in time. I couldn't have gotten it in time. I needed it right then and there. So now we always have several bottles of this in our home, because when you need it, you usually need it for a couple days. And now what I really like to do is use this preventatively, right? I know that around this time of year, this is when whatever's going on outside tends to kind of work its way over to me. And so I like doing this protocol. It has helped keep things at bay quite a lot for me. So RC is one that often works in partnership with Raven. You can put RC on your chest, Raven on your back. You could put Raven on your chest, RC on your back. You could put both of them on your chest, both of them on your back. You could do Raven one day, RC the next day. You could do Raven on your feet. You could do RC on your chest. You could do Raven on your back and RC on your feet. Like, it doesn't really matter. It's just they just kind of work together. They're just like a little power duo, okay? What else did I want to tell you about Raven? Oh, what I'm going to do when I get off this class tonight is I'm going to go into the kitchen. I'm going to get a big bowl. I'm going to fill it with very hot water, not boiling, just very, very hot from the tap. And I'm going to put a few drops of Raven in. I'm going to put a few drops of RC in. I'm going to put a towel over my head, close my eyes, and just sit there in this tent of amazing, wonderful respiratory oils, and I'm going to breathe them in. So that is also a way that you can use those oils. there is a limit right now on RC. You can only get one per order. So what I recommend that you do is that you order one every month for the next few months so that you have enough to get you through a while. Because they're only in 5 mils right now, so 75 to 80 drops. And, you know, if your whole family at one point wanted to support and maintain healthy breathing all at the same time, you might go through this bottle quickly. So you want to have a big supply built up of this. And I think it's like $10. So it's not an expensive one to get. Anybody have questions about RC? I saw lots of comments come through. Yes, Amanda, you keep it on ER so you can build up a nice stash. Yeah, Charlene, it's great for diffusing. It really, really smells so good. Teresa, you hoard RC and Raven too. That's awesome. Great. Yeah, we can't say congestion, Jennifer, because congestion implies something that is out of the normal, you know, way that the body works. But, you know, respiratory comfort, respiratory care, those aren't implying that we're sick. Those are implying that we're well and we're just taking care and supporting. You get 12 per year, Elizabeth. That's awesome. Yeah, the steam bowl technique is really great. In fact, if you guys are ever in need of really opening your sinuses up and just sinus care like you wouldn't believe, RC, Thieves, and Peppermint. Those 3. Sinuses, it will promote such healthy and maintain such healthy and lovely sinuses. RC, Peppermint, and Thieves together. All right, so we did what at the top? We did Melrose of our ears, on our scalp if we need to, on our skin. We did Endoflex on our thyroid or our adrenals or anywhere part of the hormone system we want to put it on. We did RC and Raven on the chest or the back in that 4th chakra area. Let's see, Raven is good. And, oh, yeah, and the reason this has the childproof cap is the wintergreen in there, in case people are wondering. All right, so now we're going to keep moving. I don't know about Ravensara, Charlene. Hold on. I'm going to look at my book. One sec. I always forget about Ravensara. I don't know. Let's look it up together, shall we? Because the names are so similar, you'd think that it would be... I don't even know if Ravensara is a blend or one oil, so let's just figure that out, right? So hopefully you all have a book, a big book to look up your oils in, because this is how we learn, because nobody knows it all, and we all have to do our research, right? Single, thank you, Deborah. Okay, so here we go. Ravensara is from Madagascar. Let's see. Supports the nerves and respiratory system. Yeah. It's clarifying, stimulating, and purifying, helps clear brain fog and strengthen motivation. Let's see. Ooh, Ravensara looks like a good one for respiratory and immune system. Big time. Big time. Okay, and Ravensara is actually in Raven. Okay, it's one of the oils in Raven and ImmuPower too. So, it was a freebie, yes, and it was last year, and it's one of the ones I haven't known how to use. So now, that's great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for suggesting that. So Ravensara could be a really, really great one to use in place of RC or Raven, just in case you run out. See, thanks guys. I always learn so much on these classes. All right, we're moving down to Juvaflex. Okay, Juvaflex, this... Anytime you hear a Young Living product that starts with Juva, Juvaflex, Juvatone, Juva Cleanse, Juva Power, think of liver. Juva relates to liver. So this one is great. Very good for the liver. So where you're going to apply this is you're going to put it over your liver, which is, if you think of where your bra strap is, just go like 1 or 2 inches down from that. It's like your upper right rib cage, okay? So what I love about this, oh shoot, I dropped some on my desk. Hold on. I gotta put it on. Can't miss any oils. Okay, but I want to show you guys something before it all goes into my skin. Do you see how it's blue? Can you see the oil? Whoops, it's dribbling down. It's blue. I just think that is so totally awesome. Every time an oil comes out blue, I just get so excited. So I'm rubbing this right over my liver. The liver, as we know, stores anger, it stores irritation, it stores resentment, it stores revenge, it stores like all of those nasty emotions that often pop up in the springtime, but honestly pop up a lot too this time of the year, okay? What I wrote down about Juvaflex, which I learned in the books, is Juvaflex is very helpful for the liver and lymph detoxification. If you are addicted to, wait for it, coffee, alcohol, smoking, or drugs, Juvaflex is a really great oil blend for you. So why do we have this in the Golden Touch kit? What's the point? Well, the liver basically processes and detoxifies everything. Everything we eat, everything we think, everything we believe and feel, our emotions, everything. So the liver is like working through all your stuff all the time, okay? If your liver gets overloaded, which it will, because October you're going to be eating Halloween candy. Well, maybe not, hopefully not. But if you do, no judgment, if you eat Halloween candy, you're eating all sorts of sugar. Your liver has to deal with that. You're eating candy with dyes in it and artificial crap, and your liver has to deal with that. Come November, now, yes, you got the wine coming in the mix. Now you got turkey and Thanksgiving dinners. People are starting to do holiday baking. Christmas is just a full-out party of stuff. Food, alcohol, more food, more alcohol. Then you get to New Year's Eve, and by that point your body is done and your liver is done too. So let's make healthier choices first of all, right? Let's just maybe cut down on some of that stuff and bring in some healthier stuff. But I'm going to stay on topic here with this. If we can support our liver in helping to do its natural detoxification processes, then it will work through some of that stuff we throw at it in a much more efficient way. So again, much better to support the liver now versus waiting for it to get overloaded like a massive overloaded garbage truck and then try to deal with all the garbage. So doing Juvaflex over your liver daily or frequently is really going to help your body, okay? Yeah, Pam, it smells great too. That's really, really lovely. All right. Any questions so far about anything that we've talked about? Share with me. All right, so those of you who are on early, you know that I'm mailing out a little package of goodies to somebody from this class today, and the only way you can get into that is to comment into that little raffle. So I wanted to ask you guys, what is one thing you've learned so far through this class that was informational, helpful, interesting, an epiphany, and aha for you? Something that you didn't know before we did this class. I want to see what has been helpful so far. And we have 2 more oils to go. And while I'm waiting for the comments to go in, I want to just share with you too, this class is obviously taking longer than it would for you to actually do the protocol, like on your own time, right? If you went through all these oils one right after the other, it would take you about a minute. Really, really fast. Okay, so you have a choice. You could say, maybe you say, well, I'd like to do these oils and this protocol every single day for the next, 5 or 6 months. Really support my entire body. Or you might say, maybe I'll do 1 oil per day. I'll do Melrose on Mondays, and I'll do Endoflex on Tuesday, and RC on Wednesday, and 1 oil a day feels easier to me. You can kind of just see what works for you. All right, let me see what has been helpful for you guys. Endoflex and Juvaflex. You need to support your liver. We all need to support our livers. How to use Melrose and Raven. Yes. Oh, Kimberly Mellon. Hello. I'm so glad you're on here. I'm so glad to see your name on here. Yeah, Vitality and the regular oils are exactly the same. Exactly the same. Let's see, Chelsea. Yeah, try the Endoflex. It's really, really lovely. Let's see, the Liver Juva Addiction Connection. Yeah, Melrose. Yeah, so it's so fun sometimes when you get on, you realize you've had this oil like Melrose, and it's been sitting there, and you had no idea what to do with it, and now you have just a few ideas of of things that you can do. Super fun, right? Let's see. You learned endocrine is hormones. Yeah. Okay, great. This is awesome. I'm going to go back and read through all those when we're finished because I want to spend time with them. So we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep reiterating the whole thing as we go just to keep kind of helping it sink in. So we did Melrose. You could put it on your scalp, around your ears, on any parts of your skin that need a little bit of support or soothing or smoothing out. Endoflex we use for our endocrine system. You can put it over your thyroid, your adrenals, your ovaries, your uterus. RC and Raven are our two pals that really help with respiratory comfort, respiratory care. So you might put one on your upper back, you might put one on your chest, you might put them in your diffuser, you might put them into a big bowl of hot water and put a towel over yourself, close your eyes and just breathe it in a steam tent. And then Juvaflex we put over our liver to help with our liver detoxification process when we eat too much sugar and alcohol and all that good stuff. I love this. This is so great. So you guys, so Endoflex is kind of like this secret winner right now. Let's see. Thinking of applying Juvaflex to a grumpy toddler. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look in the book and see. I don't know. You probably want to dilute it, I would think, but check in the book and see. Need the kit. Yeah, so Chelsea, why I love this kit is just what you said. This one kit supports so many different things, right? It's like all in one place. It's all going to be in this little box. You know, you can take it traveling with you. It just supports so much stuff. You know, people who could use Juvaflex besides you. Yes. So please share this information too, right? The point of doing this class is not just so you can learn, but also you're probably thinking of other people in your life who need Juvaflex, people who need Endoflex. You could invite people over and go through this protocol with them. You know, share these with people because especially this time of year, people are feeling they know what's coming with the holidays and the winter flu season. They know all of that. And most people have nothing. They don't have any tools to use. They dread it because they know at some point they're either going to get sick or they're going to get, you know, something respiratory. Their skin's going to get messed up. They're just sitting there dreading winter. We are so lucky because we have tools that we can use. And a lot of people don't have these. So please, part of our goal with Essentially Powerful is to just, even if people aren't open to them and they don't want to use them, that's fine. But our job is just to let them know that there's an option out there. Okay? So a lot of you guys said at the beginning of class when I asked about what system of the body you want to support, a lot of you said digestive system. And Digize is a blend that right now is in the premium starter kit. I have to ask you guys a question about Digize. How many of you hate the smell of Digize? Press on the little hearts or the whatever those things are, the thumbs up if you hate the smell of Digize. When I first got this, I had a history of my digestive system needed love. I was so excited to get Digize. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the best, like it's a blend just for my digestive system. This is so great. I couldn't wait. And then I got it and I opened it up. I was like, oh, it's awful, right? Awful. Like, I don't know what it was. It was awful. I couldn't even like smell it like this. It was just, I'd open the bottle. I'd be like, no, I have to close this right back up, right? Well, what we've come to learn, and this is all based on just observation. It's not based on a scientific study. It's not based on, you know, a double-blind, placebo-free study or anything. It's just based on what we as people have noticed is oftentimes the oils and the blends that our body needs the most are the ones that we hate the most when we first smell them. Kind of makes sense if you think about it, right? Like, if when I first met Digize, my digestive system was really in need of love. My digestive system's kind of over here, and Digize is kind of over here. There's not really a match, right? And many of you may have found this. Like, have you guys ever found an oil that, you know, you tried it, and the first time you tried it, you were like, oh, it's awful, right? Like, Joy is one that a lot of people have a very intense negative reaction to at first, right? For me, it was lavender, frankincense, peace and calming, stress away, surrender, like all the calming oils and the digestive oils I did not like, right? So you guys ever have that? And what you notice probably is that when you start using them and you go from being like this to a little bit closer to it, because the oil starts doing its work and things start rebalancing and shifting, and all of a sudden you get closer and then the oil almost starts to smell different to you. Have you guys noticed that? So Kate, release, that was for you. Okay, that's very interesting. A lot of people do have that with release. So all I'm saying is, now a lot of you guys, give me a thumbs up or a heart or something, write a comment if you love Digize, right? Because I don't want to scare you guys. It's not that everyone doesn't like Digize. It's just that some of you who need and want to promote a healthy digestive system, you may not adore this right away. And that's not to say that you don't need it or that your body won't like having it in its space. It's just that maybe you really could benefit from it. So if you give it a chance, you may find that it really actually starts to grow on you. All right, so I want to give you some ideas. So we do have some Digize lovers, so that's great. So yes, Jeanette, Digize is a hot oil. So remember I told you I put the oils in order of like least hot to most hot, right? So I didn't want to put Digize and Thieves first, because then every time you put on another oil in the protocol, you'd have Digize and Thieves on with them. Digize is kind of a hotter oil. So a lot of people will dilute this with a carrier oil like jojoba, coconut oil, olive oil, Young Living's V6 oil, if they're applying it to their skin, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple options for this. We're moving down the body, right? So now we're kind of down in the third chakra, which is right around your belly, your digestive area, right? Like this is your productive zone. This is the part of your body that gets stuff done. And also a lot of stuff gets stuck. A lot of energy gets stuck in that area. So one thing you can do is take a drop of Digize, and if you know you're okay using it neat, you can just literally rub it right over around your belly button. I like to rub in a clockwise motion around my belly button, because that's the way your intestines go. That's the way your digestive system goes. If you don't know what's clockwise and you rub the other way, it's okay. It's all going to be fine. So I like to do that, and I like to smell it, but that's only because I like the smell now. Digize has saved our butts so many times in this family. You go out to eat, you get bad ribs at a local place, Digize is your best friend. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple other options. I just spilled another drop. It does work, and that's why people will use it, right? And as you use it and you get a little healthier in the digestive system, you grow to love it most of the time. Here's the thing. Let's say you do go out. Let's say you do go out for food and you have bad ribs, or you have bad Chinese food, or you have bad Thai food, or whatever, right? Yes, it literally saved our butts. You're cracking me up tonight, Liz Blumen. Okay, so Digize is one of those that you're going to want to have on hand, just like you want to have RC on hand, always, because when you need it, you really, really need it. All right, so if you have bad Chinese food, this is what I'm going to recommend that you do. You can put the Digize right there under your tongue. All right, it's intense. If you've never tried it before, you're in for a treat. If you have bad Chinese food and the effects of that are very dire, meaning, you know what I mean, like you want to die instead of experience what you're experiencing, you will not mind doing this. The reason I will put it under my tongue is because it gets into the bloodstream very, very quickly. And if you have bad Chinese food and you are going through something very dire, you need results quickly. Like every minute counts, right? Every second. So it's intense. What I do is put it there. I hold it there. I don't swallow it right away. I will hold it there for like as long as I can to let it get into the bloodstream, and then I swallow it. Usually I will do a chaser. This is not something I would have a child do. It's a strong blend. It's not something I have a child do. My husband used to cry like a baby when he realized he had to put this under his tongue. Now he will grab it in an instant because we have seen what it does. So if you don't want to do it that way, but let's say you need some digestive support, and this isn't just for dire situations, this is for anything that you want to support with your digestive system, right? Anything at all. If you want things to move faster, you want things to move slower, you want to have your belly look a little less round after meals, Digize is your guy. So you could, if you don't like the way it smells and you don't want to rub it on your belly, you can put it into capsules and put a little bit of olive oil in with the capsule and a couple drops of Digize and just swallow it down. It's going to take a little bit longer to get into your system because it has to go down and it has to actually work its way through. But if you're not in a dire situation, then that's fine to do. What else? Sometimes people will put it in a teaspoon of honey and take it that way. Let's see. Oh, here's something very cool. What's the coffee thread? I'm missing all these great comments. I'll go back and read them. Here's something cool. When I went to Ecuador on Gold Retreat, they had this greenhouse where they were doing experiments. And I had heard that Gary was working on an experiment to take soil that had been treated with Roundup and try to bring it back to organic status. And I had heard that he had found something to do that. And when I was in Ecuador, I actually saw the little container that they were doing this experiment in. And Digize is the oil that was doing it. So if you think about what Digize does, it's digesting stuff. And it's not only digesting food, it's digesting stuff in your body that your body wants to repel, that it doesn't want in there. That's not part of the natural habitat of your body. So Digize is a really, really, really great blend to have. What else? It might even, maybe, digest undigested emotions that are stuck in your gut. You could just, I don't know. You never know. I'm just throwing things out there. All right, so that's Digize. That's for your whole digestive system, right? Promoting, supporting, maintaining healthy digestion. And now we're going to move on to our last blend, which is Thieves. You guys all know Thieves. Thieves is kind of the whole immune support package, right? So I apply this last because this is the hottest oil of the group. I will often put Thieves on the bottom of my feet. So again, we're moving down the body, right? And so I'll put it on the bottom of my feet. Or sometimes if I've already got socks on and I don't want to take them off, I will just rub it up and down my spine. So that's what I'm going to do today. If you have children, you're going to want to dilute Thieves, unless they've been using them for a long time and they're a little older and you know that it's not going to bother them. But most of us will dilute Thieves for our kids. And if you place it on the spine, it's just nice because a lot of times things hang out in the spine area. Toxins and things that it's nice to digest and get out of the body. And then you can just smell it. Smells great. Now, we talked about the difference between the regular oils and vitality oils already, so you know they're the same oil, just different labels. So I guess to be compliant, I will tell you if you had Thieves Vitality, you could put a drop of Thieves in some almond milk. Warm almond milk tastes the best. And then put some honey in it, stir it around, and that is, we call it cinnamon milk. Okay, it's kind of a recipe Simone came up with years ago, and now everyone's using it. It's great with your kids. So if your kids, you can put the Thieves on your kids' feet, but then oftentimes it's great if they want their throat to feel really healthy and good. You make a little batch of cinnamon milk and drink it down, and that's a much gentler way for the kids to have some of the Thieves. Sometimes the kids don't even need a full drop of Thieves, so you could just open your bottle, and you see the little hole there right in the middle. Get a clean toothpick, stick the toothpick down in, and then just swirl it in the water. we call that very fancy toothpick swirl. And that will get less oil into the cup of almond milk. And, you know, for most kids, they don't need a full drop. It's too much for them. Or if you're sharing thieves with someone who's never tried thieves before, usually the toothpick swirl is a good way to go. Okay, so this is the time of year when you want to start using thieves proactively. Okay, most of the time when we are thinking about treating the immune system, you know, with conventional medicine, we wait until we are sick and then we take our medicine, right? That's when you go and grab the NyQuil, or you go to the doctor and get antibiotics, or you go and do something. You have to wait until you get sick and then you go treat it. Well, with oils, we're not treating that. We're actually going to preventatively and proactively support our immune system so that it stays strong October, November, December, January, February, March, so that there will hopefully be no need to treat anything, right? Isn't that so much better? It's just so much better to do it that way than to wait until things are dire and then have to figure it out. So yeah, you can put thieves in your coffee, you can put it in a smoothie, you can put it in your tea, you can put it in your diffuser. I mean, all of these oils you can diffuse. All of these oils you could just literally rub on the bottom of your feet. If you can't remember where to put Melrose, you can't remember what the heck I was talking about when I talked about RC, if you don't like the smell of Digest on your belly, then put everything on the bottom of your feet. You could put them all on, one right after the other, all 7 of them, put on your socks and call it a day. You could put on, one oil every single day. It's really up to you. It's how much time do you want to spend. But can you see how this protocol, all these oils and these blends support pretty much the entire body, the whole thing. And when you actually go through, if you actually do this protocol all straight through without me talking and blabbing about it, it would take probably about a minute to do. So if you figure that each of these bottles has about 75 to 80 drops, and let's say you use a drop every day of each of these oils, and if you get your Golden Touch kit later in the month, maybe your ER order goes through and you get your Golden Touch kit later in the month, it's going to last you through till the end of the year, right? So if you have several people in your household and everybody wants to do the Golden Touch protocol, you might need more than one kit. But it's super, super easy to do and supports everything. So anybody have any questions that from any of the oils that I talked about, or any of the ways that I suggested using them? Again, this is all just my opinion. It's all just what I've learned from using in the past and reading the reference books, and just kind of intuitively putting them together in an order that made sense to me. But you can put them in any order. Missy, you just did Digest under the tongue. Congratulations. That's awesome. Sandra, you're asking about feeling hot. Feeling hot. One of our premium starter kit oils, peppermint, is great for cooling the body. So sometimes if you put it on the back of the neck, it will pull the heat right out of your head and help you cool down. So that might be a great one to try. Let's see. What else? All right, so any questions about this kit or the protocol before we hop off tonight? And I wanted to look and see if I forgot to mention anything. For those of you who joined late, the kit is out of stock right now. However, it's supposed to be coming back very, very soon. Technically in the next 2 or 3 days, so watch out for it. But you probably already have several of the oils from your premium start kit, and all of the individual oils in the kit are in stock. So if you wanted to buy any of these individual blends, you could get them right now. They're all in stock. Let me look at some of these questions. Avoid any of the oils if you're breastfeeding. Again, look at your reference guide, please. I would personally take all these oils when I'm breastfeeding, but you have to listen to your body. I know that when I was pregnant with one of my sons, I did not want to use thieves at all. My body said, nope, too strong, don't want to use thieves, so I didn't. I probably wouldn't, I don't know how old your baby is. I probably wouldn't like have thieves internally right before I breastfed, but you can stagger it. Put it on your feet, you know, right after you breastfeed. You have to decide kind of what you want to do. Look up in the book, and if any of them are used with caution during pregnancy, then you might want to, you know, think about whether or not you want to use them while breastfeeding. Let's see. Melrose on the scalp. So we were talking about how some kids can really benefit from Melrose around the ears in wintertime, especially if you notice them like pulling on their ears and you're like, I wonder why they're doing that, you know, and sometimes they get kind of cranky and stuff, and you can just put the Melrose around their ears. It calms them right down. Most of the time, some of the time, not always, but sometimes. And then on the scalp, it can be great to put in a spray bottle, kind of like this one. Put some Melrose in with some water, shake it up, and then just spray it over the scalp before they go to school. It really supports a healthy scalp environment, if you catch my drift. Can you add Melrose to an acne wash? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm so glad you guys found this helpful. I'm so glad you found it helpful. Was this format helpful for you guys, to have it be video instead of a teleclass, and to have it be Facebook instead of a live class? Yeah, there are a couple different reference books. I'm actually not allowed to tell you which one to get, which is kind of, but I will say that I have several of them, and I have this one from Life Science Publishing, the big purple book, which I go to the most. And then you can, there are apps on your phone, there are ones on Amazon. This book actually is the one that has the official Gary Young Living kind of seal of approval. So if you're looking for Young Living recipes and Young Living teachings and training, that's the one to do. So, okay, cool. Well, actually, hold on. I was thinking of, let me just look on my computer here to see when I was thinking of doing this. Would a class on breast health be helpful in this format via Facebook Live? Let me look and see when I was thinking of doing that. I was thinking of doing one on breast health. I'm not a big fan of the whole Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which I'm not going to get into why on this call, but I am a big fan of breast health. So I wanted to do a class on that. Hold on. Oh my gosh. My calendar is completely blank. Why is my calendar blank? All right, well, I'm going to have to look back and see when it was. I think it was sometime next week, Wednesday or Thursday night, breast health. So if you guys found it helpful, we can go ahead and do that. And I will post a reminder about it, and feel free to invite your team members and invite anybody that you think would have fun. So I will look through all these comments. I'm going to do a random drawing, and one of you will get some goodies in the mail. My boys and I are going to the post office to mail out their bracelet, their first bracelet, rubber band bracelet order. So we will go ahead and add in these goodies tomorrow. So good, yeah, share with me. Those of you who didn't have a chance to before, please share with me something that was helpful or useful that you learned. And if there is a topic that you'd like me or any of the other leaders to do a class like this on, can you post this in the comments? And I'm going to write them down, because there's so many different things that we can do. We like to do them around topics that are most helpful for you guys. So what kind of classes would you want to hear about? What kind of things would be most helpful? Everyone's voting for Wednesday. I already set the date. I'm doing it on Zoom too for my team members who are not on Facebook too. So whatever date I set, it's kind of out there already, but I will let you guys know. Brain health. All right. Body detoxing. All right. Dawn Reby is our goddess of detox. Maybe I'll check with her about that. Hormones. Skin class. Yeah, it could be kind of fun to do a beauty school over Facebook Live, right? Heart and lungs. Awesome. Yeah, I'm so glad you're putting Juvaflex in your ER order. That's awesome. Let's see. Endocrine. I'm not a lefty, but Facebook Live reverses everything. So I'm actually a righty, but it just looks left to you. Brain health, emotions. Well, Chad, is it Chad or Terry Steiner who's talking about brain health? Maybe if you've been doing it for 30 years, you could host a class for us on that. That would be great. Healthy sleeping hygiene. Love that. Emotions. Okay, these are some really good ones. Skin and hair care. Yeah. Skin and hair care. Beauty school. Beauty school is really fun. It's so much fun. Although what's mostly fun about it is actually getting to put on the product. So if you ever have a chance to get to a live beauty school from someone on our team, go. It's so much better to try them than just to watch somebody else get to experience them. Weight management. Terry, we should talk about that. That would be fun. Anti-inflammatory oils. We technically can't talk about anti-inflammatory according to the FDA. We can talk about maintaining a healthy inflammatory response, I believe. So we'd have to title that one creatively. Sleek line. Okay. We just finished a 60-day sleek challenge, Lori. I don't know if you were able to do that. That was really, really fun. Looks like lots of weight and metabolism. Okay. Cool. Well, I'll take this back, my very handy dandy post-it, to the team, and we'll see what we can do. Breast health, skin issues, leg support achy popping spider vein support. All right, so if you've got your book, look up circulation, Carol, in your reference guide. Look up circulation and see what oils are in there for that. Detox, inflammation. Okay, cool. Well, I hope that this class was helpful for you guys. I had a lot of fun doing it with you. I really recommend this time of year that when you place your orders, get onto Essential Rewards. That's Young Living's monthly ordering program. And so, a lot of people think, oh, I have to get the same things every month. And that's not true. You get to actually customize your order. So if you heard of some oils tonight that you thought, wow, I'd like to get those and try them, you can put one or two of them in this month's order, one or two of them in next month's order, one in, the last couple in the next order. So as you're building your own Golden Touch kit, if you want to do it kind of one at a time or two at a time instead of getting the whole kit all at once, then you're going to be earning points back while you're ordering. So at the end of those couple months, you've already built up a little stash of points that you can redeem for free Young Living products. So it's a really great way to just kind of ease into your changes by just buying a few products at a time. And not only the oils, but most of us, if you're on our team Facebook page, you'll start to see pictures of people posting their Essential Rewards orders, and some of us even post our videos where we take everything out of the box. And a lot of us are not just ordering oils, but we're ordering our supplements, we're ordering our personal care products like skincare, we're getting all of our detergents, our laundry, our dish soap, our body soaps, all of that stuff. So if you haven't done Essential Rewards, please talk to your sponsor about it so they can help you set up just a plan for your first 3 months of orders. Try it out for a few months. If you don't like Essential Rewards, you can always cancel out. But most people don't cancel because honestly, it's stuff we're buying anyway from other places, and it's never as good and it never smells as good as Young Living's. So yeah, exactly. So both your Feelings Kit and Golden Touch Kit were purchased with your ER points. So those points add up really fast. The first 3 months you earn 10% of your order back in points. Then you bump up to 20%. Once you've been in for 2 years, it bumps up to 25% back. And then every 3 months, Young Living sends you a free gift just for being on Essential Rewards and for honoring your health every single month. So it's really, really cool. It's a really cool program. And if you're on ER, you also get extra free oils too. So I hope you guys have a great night. I need to go start winding my adrenals down so I don't get too keyed up and stay awake till 3 a.m. Thank you for being on with me. If you found this helpful, you can tag your team members in the comments. You can share this with them. I would appreciate it not getting shared out on your personal Facebook pages, to be honest. I was as compliant as possible, but there were a couple parts in there where, I don't know, I may have slipped. So I'd rather keep this on our team page. But you can tag your team members and you can let them know what the link is so that they can come and watch afterwards. Okay? Have a great night, everybody. Be healthy and have fun with your golden touch. Bye-bye.